Hey buddies, welcome back. So this morning we're out on the river early. We are, I like to do things a little different. We are gonna head north on the river. We got the kayak out. We're gonna head north on the river, maybe sample some new spots, see if we can't find a new place to prospect. So anyway, join me today, head out for some fun on the river. Okay, it's pretty windy out today, but every now and then you hit these slack areas that there's not as much wind, so I'll try to talk when I'm in those areas and get you guys some video. So I'm just cruising along north on the river. As you can see, most of the banks around here are mud. It looks like we have a shallow spot up here. Again, you can see this river's mostly mud banks. Not mostly, almost entirely mud banks. But we do have some areas right here where there's some buildup of material. Let's just hop right over here. Give these rocks a sample right here. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. We've got a pile up of rocks that start here. And you can see this at least maybe used to be an inside bend. That's pretty straight over there. We'll try to sample those rocks out there also. Yeah, it looks like it's coming down this way, and then it actually starts to curve. So this would actually be an outside bend. That would be an inside bend up there as it curves around this way. So it could be dropping out. Heavies could be dropping out here. Okay, I just wanted to show you this real quick. You can see that's the hole I took the sample out of. And let's look at some of these rocks in here. I noticed I just moved a couple rocks off the top, but look at this. There's some good quartz in there. Several pieces of nice quartz. Some fossils. Okay, so I'm about on my fourth or fifth test pan here. I'm not even going to pretend like you can see, but I do see a little color there and a little color there. So I'm still finding gold. Most recently, I don't know if you can see my shovel over there. That's the most recent spot I took a sample from. Not nearly as productive as the spot further south. I was hoping to at least hit like a little bit of, good area. But we'll keep sampling and see. Okay, I'm gonna take one more sample pan right over here. But here's what I did find. When I sampled up here in the top section of this dropout, I would find one, maybe two pieces of flour gold in a pan. I went down to the end down there, and it is mainly just silt. So that tells you of course, the heavies drop out first, and then the lighter stuff drops out down below. So I'm gonna take one more test pan up here. Again, I'm finding some gold up here, but not really worth my time of spending a lot of time here. Possibly later with a high banker something I can move a lot of material. But as of right now, this bar doesn't look real promising. Okay, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear me because of the wind. If you look at this here, we've got an inside bend right here. I may look at this stuff here, but it mainly looks like silt. You can see a collection of dirt right there in the middle of the river. There doesn't look like a lot of heavies over here, but we'll get up to the head end here, take a look at this bar, see what's going on up here. You can see that cliff, I say cliff, the drop off right there on the bank. It's quite a steep drop off. You know, of course, that's telling you that that's going to be an outside bend. That's where the water's moving pretty rapidly. And then of course it looks like it circles around right here. So this bar right here might be pretty good. Lots of raccoon tracks right here. All right. Holy moly, yeah, this is a big sandbar. Got sand and rocks. Yeah, this could be a good area. Let's get the pan. We got some black sands in there. No, nothing. So it looks like that first spot that I sampled, and that's not far north of where I normally am. That first spot I sampled held a lot more dirt, held a lot more gold. Well, more than these places. I've not found any. I don't know, what do you think? Would this be worth trying? What do you guys think about this? Would this be worth trying? We've got this log laying here. It obviously washes around. The current washes around here. So would this be a good area to sample? If we're getting some action and okay, hopefully you guys can see what I was talking about earlier with the layers. This is all clay right in here. You can see the clay right here. goes. So you can see the clay down here that's been wet. This is all clay too. And then you can see this layer of material that's sitting right on top of the clay. Here's where some of it's broken off up here. There's where creek is emptying in here. That's possibly a beaver slide. And then it comes back over here. And you can see this layer of clay again with the softer material sitting on top of it. No idea if there'd be anything in there, but there you can see, definitely see the difference. Not sure if there'd be anything in there, but man, I sure would like to take a sample of that right on top of the clay. Just to see. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see, my truck is down there. So that's normally where I'm prospecting. This gravel bar right here, that's where I was finding a couple pieces of flour gold. So you can see there's, there's relation to where the gold is located. There's a little bar right here, right in front of the kayak a little bit here. I'm gonna come over here. This kind of an inside bend. It cuts back in there. I'm gonna sample it. Maybe see if there's anything caught up. Maybe see if there's anything caught up there in that gravel right there. So we'll give that a shot on the way by. Okay, I made it to this gravel bar here. If you can, we're going to take a look at the material in it. Material meaning a tire. And there's some larger rocks here. This is obviously a spot where some stuff has accumulated. And again, I was finding some gold over in there, a couple little spots, just little flour pieces. And then you can see my truck down there. So it's all the same general area here. And this bar isn't very big, but we're going to take sample pans. We'll test the material here, give it a shot, see. This might be a good spot to bring my little dredge up and try running it, sucking up some of this stuff. With any luck, we'll find a little bit of flour gold in the test pans here, and then that'll tell us whether or not we can bring the dredge up. So, okay, I've taken two test pans so far out of this area inside the tire here. Believe it or not, I have not found a single piece of lead, which is very surprising, especially in this area. But I have found gold. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper here. A little bit deeper into the tire. It's all looking like really good material. No clay yet. All right. Now let's pan this back. some of these bigger cobbles out. This is what I find so weird. I am probably 200 yards. I'm probably 200 yards from my truck, which is parked in my normal kind of prospecting spot. If I go there, I'm gonna find all kinds of lead in that bedrock. And the crevices in the bedrock. I have not found a single piece here. All right, I can already see a couple pieces. I'm gonna finish panning this back and I'll bring you guys. Okay, again, it's gonna be hard for you to see. But right here there's four colors right here just out of that little pan. This is a good little area. I think I'll come back with the dredge sometime and see what I can do to clean this out. Okay, mix it up again one more time. There's my kayak, there's my truck. That's normally where I prospect. I'm currently standing in the middle of the river. There's some ledges. There are some ledges here in the bedrock out here in the middle of the river. So I'm shoveling them out. I'm getting some good material out of these drop-offs. As you can see, this is where I've been digging this hole right here. So I'm gonna get a bucket full and then probably head back to shore over there and then pan it back and hopefully find something out in the middle of the river here. Okay, I only ended up with about half a bucket. That might be a third of a bucket of material from digging out there in that just on this side of that drop off there. There's a little, I don't know, maybe 12 inch drop there. It's holding some material. I dug up some, about that much. So I'm just gonna kind of speed pan this back. I'll take my I'll look at the concentrates. I don't know if I'll take them home. We'll just see how it's looking so far here. So, all right, we're gonna pan this back. Okay, so here's what I found in that about 2/3, or I'm sorry, a third of a bucket of material. Trying to hold the pan and record at the same time. There's 4 or 5 little pieces up there. I found this it's a metallic looking green piece. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm gonna keep it. Look at it under the magnifying glass at home. See what that is. But a couple little colors. Add to the bottle for the day. Okay, buddies, we had a good time out on the river today. Took the kayak out looking for some new spots. Didn't find anything that was super productive. Did find the one strip of gravels that I'd like to take the dredge back up to and try to run through it. I have not ran my Keen high banker dredge yet. It's got a 2-inch nozzle on it. Not a huge one, but It's a little bit up the river, so it might take a couple trips to get everything up there, but I'll get that planned out and I'll bring you guys up there with me sometime, first time running that dredge. So we did find a little bit of gold out in the river, in the middle of the river, probably 5 or 6 little pieces there, and 1 or 2 little flower pieces as we were sampling up. Not a banner day, but hey, any day out on the river is a good day, right? So anyway, thanks for joining me. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. We'll see you next time.